Ladies and gentlemen.
Man, get your ass out of there.
Ladies and gentlemen, man.
Nah, yeah, nah.
I introduce to some, but I present to others. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the evening, of the world, this is Lloyd Darnell Gilmore, known as Low G.
Nah, you don't want me doing that.
Known as Low G. This is the strongest man alive right here. And we ain't talking physical.
Well, Mr. Gilmore, I'd like to appreciate you for your practice and everything that's going on. I appreciate you for everything that you're doing, setting up the platform for me and having me come on to your platform today. Well, I know it's a lot of things that we're going to touch base on, but I would like to kind of let people know that we've been constituents for a very long time, and we kind of, this type of work is that we're doing now on this podcast is applicable to both of us and a lot of other people as far as how we're trying to get these stories out there. And, you know, to kind of just, you know, if anything, if nothing else, raise awareness, you know, in the black community, as well as whites and other communities, people of color, you know, about, you know, life and struggles of life and, you know, the differences in the justice system and in the judicial system and, you know, things like that, and, you know, different levels of policing, you know, and kind of just touch base, you know, on all the aspects that we feel need to kind of put our hand in and give y'all an educated opinion or a proven fact. Man.
Okay, so, all right, that's a good introduction. Okay, let's start out. Man, where you from? Where you from? First of all, what would you like to be called? Lloyd, Mr. Gilmore, or Low G?
Man, you can call me Lloyd, man. I'm from a small town in Missouri, Sikeston, Missouri. You know, you may know Lambert's home with the Throne Road. That's a well-known restaurants that a lot of people may know of. But that's where I'm located. You know, population, you know, roughly from 16 to 20,000, something like that. Probably fluctuate, you know, between the two. But you know, I grew up, you know, pretty much, you know, like everybody else. You know, I was a regular kid. You know what I mean? I played sports, but you know, it got to a point in time, you know, when bills got tight. You know, my stepfather, he was on drugs, you know, things, and you know, that nature. So every time, a lot of times when I needed things that we couldn't get, so sometimes, you know, I might have on a nice pair of jeans or something, but I had holes in my shoes and stuff like that. That was a part of life, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so different things like that. And then at the same time, I'm in the streets, I'm seeing guys, you know, different guys selling drugs, you know, gang bang, doing this and that and the third. And you know, that's just what it was. But back then, you know, certainly I'm from the 80s and 90s at the time and growing up, so it was a lot different as far as, you know, older guys. Shut up. Don't stop me, nigga.
So, at what age did you start, per se, hustling to attain these things that you said you wanted? Like,
I started hustling at the age of 12. And it got to the point to where I was wearing some shoes at the time when I started hustling. It was kind of like a force play. Some people choose the streets, and sometimes some people the streets chose them. You know, I was going to school and I had like 10 safety pins in this shoe, 10 safety pins in this shoe. I think you remember that, matter of fact. And this guy that I knew, he just pulled up on me and he called me over to the car. He gave me 2 ounces of weed, and he was like, "Hey, look, see, you don't owe me nothing, man." He was like, just shop with me, you know. So I was able to buy me a pair of shoes of off half of the first bag. You know what I'm saying? I was able to buy me a pair of shoes off half of the first bag.
Were you smoking at this time?
Yes, I was smoking marijuana, but it wasn't enough to affect the profit. And back then, you could sell a lot less. You know, you could probably sell back then. You could sell less than a gram for $10 back then, so you was making a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Out on what you had. You know what I mean?
So 12 years old, at that you took off.
Right, and so I was able to buy shoes. After that, I bought me a pair of shoes. And then I remember going back and buying 2 more ounces. So I kept buying 2 ounces at a time. And that was the thing that I did for a while. I just buy 2 ounces, 2 ounces.
What was you paying for it at this age?
At the time, I was paying $125. And then when I turned, I just started buying quarter pounds, so I turned 15. Because the 2 ounces was enough. 2 ounces was enough.
Yeah.
I made $500 off 2 ounces. So
that's a lot for.
That was enough for me at the time. I could pay $125 for 2 ounces. And even with my smoking, I might turn around and make $350, $400 out of 1 ounce in a day, some days.
And this is 12.
Yeah, this is 12 years.
13, 14. Okay. All right. So were you in school at this time?
Yes, I love school. I actually played football, basketball, everything. I know. When I first started, I was in school, though I wasn't playing sports when I first started. So
But throughout all this, you hustling. You still managed to. Did you graduate?
No, I did not, but I could have. I chose to go off into the streets and just do what I wanted to do around about the age of 17.
What sports did you play?
Football, basketball, track. Alongside you.
Yeah.
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 Played for the Sikeston Bulldogs. I should be in the NFL. As you can see, I'm 44 and I still got it. I should have been on the field with this age, but you win some, you lose some. God had a better plan for me.
Okay.
Okay, now let me ask you some things about yourself, Mr. Young.